Hello, my friends. My name is Vrajalalana. I'm a Vedic astrologer, Vedic astropsychologist, numerologist, relationships consultant, spiritual consultant, and today I would like to talk to you about suffering. So there is a belief that suffering is good for us, suffering can change us, can turn us to God, but in reality, suffering does not make a person any better or a humble person. Suffering actually distorts the ego, and it may seem that a person has become less proud, more understanding, and more accepting. There is it may seem that in suffering a person is turning to God, but as soon as such a person is giving a power, money, position, freedom of action, you may notice that these qualities may disappear. Therefore, in reality, wisdom changes a person. And if in suffering a person turns to wisdom, then that's a very good luck for him or for her. So there are many people who live in suffering, and you can see that they live in suffering and they die in suffering. So the suffering didn't change them at all. There are some people whose suffering is short-term, and it's shown on their natal chart as like in the form of a period or transit, that suffering will end. Therefore, when a person suffers, he may seem modest, he may seem humble, obedient, because why is it so? Because he's dependent. He depends on the circumstances. But the truth is that these qualities should be tested by the freedom of choice and by success. And if a person loses his modesty, kindness, humility when he gets the material success, then these qualities were the result of ego distorted by the suffering. So it happens that by the grace of God, which is called mercy. Mercy means something that we didn't deserve, but in this life, but we get it. And why we get it? Because we accumulated some punya. Punya means pious activities performed in a past life. And it also shown in our natal chart in the form of Pushkara Navamsha, strong 5th house of the horoscope, strong Lagna, strong Jupiter, strong 9th house of the horoscope. So we need to look at those things in order to see if there is a grace of God. And I will talk more about the mercy and the punishment, which is shown on the chart in my next video. So if you're interested, please stay tuned, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jyotish_4_life, and press the bell button to get notifications, because I'm uploading a lot of videos there so that you don't miss them. Therefore, it happens that by the grace of God, which is again visible on his natal chart, a person turns, like in suffering, turns to wisdom. And when he turns to wisdom, he falls in love with the source of wisdom, which is God himself. And again, why I will tell you in my next video, where I will open this subject to a larger scale. So only then the real kindness, humility, tolerance, reliability, morality, purity, and love manifest. Therefore, it is important not to fall into illusion when faced with sufferings. We may believe that punishment may give a good result. Punishment is necessary, but it will give you a good result only when it is based on wisdom and love. Because without this, the person will have no access to wisdom, will have no access to love, and the qualities manifested through punishment, as a result of punishment, will disappear once there is no control, once there is freedom of action, once it's no longer, punishable or something like that. Therefore, if you decide to punish, for example, your child, or if you consider that punishment is necessary, make sure that you include wisdom into the actions, into your action, that you include love into your actions. Only in that case, the person will benefit from punishment. And overall, the purpose of any event in our life is to lead us to the truth. And there is material truth based on the law of karma, and there is absolute truth, which includes law of karma, the law which is above karma, which is called transcendental law, right? It's about the spiritual world. And so that absolute knowledge is the most powerful knowledge, and it is explained in the Vedic literature, which is represented by Bhagavad Gita. If you read Bhagavad Gita, if you actually not only read, because reading may lead to the misunderstanding, it's a wisdom, you need to study it. You need to study it with a teacher. And if you don't have a teacher available in your community, there are courses online which are absolutely free that you can study, that you can go through and read the Bhagavad Gita together with a teacher which represents Bhagavad Gita in the online course. And that's how you can learn Bhagavad Gita and understand the absolute truth, the wisdom, and the source of wisdom, which is God Himself. So therefore, we must be, the wisdom must be pursued unconditionally, with or without suffering. Then it is for real, and then the life gets filled with meaning. And since we spoke about Bhagavad Gita, it is said in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, text 9, the Lord says Himself, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, or Arjuna. Therefore, we can notice here as one who knows the transcendental nature. Transcendental means above karma. Therefore, all of the sufferings is a result of karma. And karma means, what is karma? Karma means it's a reaction of our relation to God. It's a result of our forgetting the Lord and our relationships with the Lord. It's a result of our forgetting of our transcendental nature, actually. Because if we know that we are transcendental, if we know that our nature is pure spiritual, in that case, pure love to wisdom will manifest by itself, and the suffering will disappear. And it is clearly said here that one who knows the transcendental nature, and this transcendental nature is thoroughly explained in Bhagavad Gita and in Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you read and study those books, you will get the wisdom. And no matter how difficult your situation is, start studying the scriptures. Start getting this wisdom into your mind, into your brain. We have 5 layers of karma. It's our body, it's our mental body, it's our emotional body, it's the environment in which we live, it's our bones and flesh. These are all representations of karmic layers. And whatever we have on our natal chart represent the reactions which will appear on the mental level, on the emotional level, on like in our health, in our body, in our the way we look at things, in the relationships with others. And once the wisdom gets through all of those layers, once we get connected to the absolute truth, this karma has no sense anymore, because the law of karma is to teach us how to fix our mistake, how to get out of this illusion that without relationships with God I can be happy, that without the relationship without the connection to this wisdom, to our spiritual nature, we can be happy. So this is a big illusion, and because of this illusion we turn away from the source of happiness, from the source of wisdom, and therefore we start suffering. But if we turn back, we start fixing this mistake, and sufferings, although the karma is there, and it's a prarabdha karma, whatever we see on the natal chart is a prarabdha karma. It's an embodiment. So the pains are already in our body. The emotional pain is already in our body, represented by the moon, by Mercury, by Saturn. It's all there, right? It's all embodied into us. That's why it is said in Bhagavad Gita that spiritual soul embodied in this material body, right? It's an embodiment, and it consists of different layers of karma represented by the planets, their position, their dignity, their health. But once we fill ourselves in this material body, we fill it in with the transcendental wisdom, with the transcendental knowledge, all of the pain accumulated there becomes less painful. It becomes, we may keep getting the reactions, but our reaction to those reactions will be no longer suffering, but acceptance, understanding, forgiving, and letting go. And that's the sense, basically, of living in this body and letting go. Therefore, I'm helping people, especially women, to forgive, to let go. And in my works, I combine astrological knowledge, I combine spiritual coaching with self-integrity methods that allow to fix those situations. Right after the first session, you can feel the result. So if that clicks with you anyhow, if you feel that you are going through this situation where it's very hard to get in touch with the wisdom, where it's very hard to basically to start acting in the right direction, if you're feeling that there are blockages that do not allow you to see the sense, actually the wisdom in what is happening, please get in touch with me, and I will be more than happy to assist you. And those who get in touch with me directly, if you send me a message, the first consultation for you is for free. I will be very happy to see you. Just press the button and text me. I will be very, very happy to assist you to go through your difficult situation, let go of the pain, and get connected to the universal wisdom that will that actually frees us. It gives us freedom from karma. So that's all for today. If you like that video, if you benefit from my videos on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel, please subscribe, please share with your friends, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also share it with your friends. I'm very, very grateful to you for your attention, for your interest, and looking forward to seeing you all in my next videos. All the best.